Alrighty. I am here, and we're going to do some prep work. We're number 17. 16's in the hopper. I'm just waiting for a picture to do a thumbnail. I just got to need a picture from Pesiphone, and then that will go live as soon as that's available. Tonight, I am wanting to do some quest timing. I need to swap into New Game Plus. I'm going to be doing some timing on that, and there's a couple things I want to do in my OBS I'm going to be doing here. It's not going to be playing the game so much. It's going to be more timing, making notes, seeing where certain things can happen on here. And of course, if you're here with me, be happy to hear any sort of suggestions that you would like as well. Also want to play with the audio settings a little bit, so that will happen. And I do want to, because I've been noticing the sound has not been where I want it to be. Our voices are coming in a lot better since I got the 2 mics now. I do have the other camera on. The other microphone is oh, cool. Thank you very much. I moved to that chroma sucks. I gotta fix that. But yeah, so Pesiphone ended her stream, and I want to move my OBS over here. That also has a unified chat, so I can see everyone's both chats in a single window here. All right, a little bit wider so I can actually see what people are saying in case someone does pop in. First thing we gotta do is New Game. We're gonna put in New Game Plus. It's not New Game Plus. Where did they stash it? New Game Plus. There we go. I'm not sure that's the right one, so I'm just gonna toss it. Start fresh. New Game Plus. Let's see. Victory over Ifrit. No. 4. A succeeded in vaccinating Titan Lord of Titans. Just only discover the chance of grinding. And I think that's where we start. All good. Oh, that's exactly where we left off. We actually did this very quest. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to teleport back to my own house. I'm going to zip in there, make sure I refresh that timer. I don't think I have a timer on. We're going to check nonetheless. And there we go. There's me house. And then down here, in case anyone's wondering, that's where I have my green screen, where I do a little bit of capturing of stuff here. All right, so all good things. That starts in. Gonna start there. So first thing, I want to plug in my phone headset and stick that in 1 year. I want to pop this up on to stream up on my phone here, just to see how things sound. I really don't know how everything sounds on my phone. I'm trying to bring up my own stream. New channel. There we go. Let me take off this headset so I don't hear my own sound. Hello. All right, so I want to go to a place where that has in some combat here. I want to do a quick sound check to see how I sound over the game sound effects, because I've been noticing on these streams the game sounds are and the game music is not being heard nearly as much as I was like, because that's part of the Final Fantasy experience is the music or the sound. So I'm going to give that here. And I'm pausing a lot because I'm hearing myself a second later and it's messing with my brain hearing myself. I'll figure see how it sounds. I'm talking over my game here. I'll put it down. This seems good on my going through my headset that's attached to my phone watching on the YouTube side. I'm going to do this video on the Twitch side and see how it goes. Let's finish this phase. I don't understand it. I'm already arrested. Wasn't a good one. I'm just trying to get an absolute mess. Get through for chat. It's not being well hidden right now. Complete. I'm going to exit the YouTube video. Now we go to Twitch on the phone. Go to Twitch? That's me. That's not me. No, choose. All right, how does Switch sound? It should sound the same. There's boss fade here. There's a fade over here. I can pick that up. I'll give you a good indication of the sound coming through on the Twitch side. It should be the same though. Before any idea Donko is going to be a thing. I think these levels are pretty good. So I'm going to keep the game sound to about -23. The microphones are at -12-ish. Still odd hearing the game sounds 2 seconds after I actually do them. That's just I'm trying to hear what you guys hear on the stream. But that's something I want to fix. It's again, I noticed on the last stream. I did not like the sound mixing. That is a little bit better. It's got to remind everyone to speak up. I could probably turn down the game sound just a little bit. What's my game sound at on the computer here? 100%. Okay. All right. I think that's good. Let's go get caught up to where Pesiphone is, and then we'll start timing how everything else is out. I'm going to put the headset down so I don't confuse myself now. Put on the headphones. Oh, I wish I had the time to do Dancing Mad Ultimate. That would be so much fun. Okay. Chola has stuff to say. Let's see. This here she already did, so gonna send me over to Limsa. Add castle. This I'm going to blast through because she's done this quest. She, if you look at our past streams on, some of them are being stored on Twitch, but they don't. I don't have the account to keep it there for long. But the full streams are on YouTube. Yeah, this one she's done. Yeah, remember she finished this one, and then we finished a talking one that's up on YouTube now. It's just not public yet. I'm waiting for a picture to add to the thumbnail, and then I will make that video public. Where do I want to go today? I need to go to Horizon. I don't have any of the neat tokens to take you right the way to Vesper Bay. This character's old. Yeah. But I have a lot of weird things. Okay. Like a Stormblood elephant. I have another character, another data center that I play on. Like my own little project character. And been working on the AR relics prior to finishing AR. So, according to that character, the Crystal Braves are fine, upstanding members of society. I am stopped right before the banquet. I'll probably do that on that character a little bit just so I can unlock blah, blah, blah. Happens wearing that character. I've gotten 4 AR relics on that character. I am beat. I did for the first time ever in my Final Fantasy career, I did the capstone quest. I did the capstone quest by finishing all the at the time we call them Beast Tribe quests, but now they're just society quests is what they call them now. But they haven't removed that name from the like the quest text, like the NPCs talk to each other. So I did that. I got run through coils. Done almost everything in a Realm Reborn. There's maybe a couple things I need to go through and see what's really left before I really finish a Realm Reborn and move on and try to get essentially a near full clear of Heaven's Ward before moving on with that character. But that's my side project. I normally what I do when I'm not, when I play more for me than anyone else. All right, so she did this quest. See, blah, 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 blah. Skip, I would be happy to. Okay. All right, so let me fire up my Excel sheets. Excel. None of those. Like, it's not even. I gotta change spell counts. There we go. All good things is what we finished with. Apparently I started some of these quests already. And I do have some timing for them. So the first one here is you can't take it with you with Marquise, wink wink. So that's one. Let's just verify the time on it. So let's start the timer over here. Clock app on the phone. Stopwatch. Okay. These are the rules that I've been setting myself. So my gear and my familiarity with the game is a much higher than what Pesiphone is. So I need to sort of like handicap myself on the timing of these quests. You know, a lot of these quests here, she will take longer because, you know, she's experiencing the game for the first time. I am not. I've done this many times, but it's been a long time since I've done this stuff. And just for timing for the shows here, because we start our shows relatively late. You know, we have things to take care of in life. You know, we have to make sure everything is squared away before we can start playing ourselves. So it's late. So, but you know, it is something that I do want to have like bite-sized chunks that we can do to keep on progressing, but still have a episode-like series of quests ready to go. Now, this next set here is going to be starting from the quest "You Can't Take It With You," and then it's essentially going through the stuff where we sort of deal with the fallout of all the people dying, and you know, eventually Abovan will come back into the game proper and start trying to turn Sid into Sid. Right now, I mean, you and I know that's not Sid, or that's not Marquise. That's Sid. Sid doesn't know that. She only knows this character as Marquise right now. So that's what we got to work on. So we're going to time this out and try to figure out where a good 2 to 3 hour in that range. You know, closer to 2 is great. There's normally a little bit of banter in this one. This one's mostly going to be talking. So here's the rules I set up for me. I go through and I just speak through all the text that is a non-voice cutscene. I speak it out normally. You know, I don't really act it out and stuff like that. I do try to keep in mind with sort of like voice or inflection on there, and also helps me like remember what the quest is and what the characters are going to be like. So the parts that I will be reading once we do the actual mentor the Sprout stream, I have a way of having some sort of character ready to go. I do want to make these a little bigger font wise on my other monitor. 16. Okay, let's make these 16 font. Yeah, you can't see this. This is just my own notes over here. All right, so first one here is I have set up as around 5 minutes and 30 seconds. No combat, just talking. So it's mostly just a quest where you just talk to people. So I also want to make sure I keep tabs on the chatters here, making sure everything is okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start talking to this guy here, and we're going to start the timer now. Excuse me, Abovan, do you have a moment? It concerns me that this broken Horror Lodge, which was found in the pocket of a man, brought us here for burial. That's a word I need to look up. Something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone MSD to obtain a ballpoint chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be best to people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Okay. The other thing I'm doing to sort of sandbag my own stuff here, because, again, I'm very familiar with the game and everything else. And also my gear is much better than what she's going to have. I'm going to go for quests where you have to go in and kill monsters in the field. I just went up there, give them a stern stare and they fall over dead. She doesn't have that luxury. Yeah, she's over leveled for the stuff she's doing, but it is, she still has to cast it a few times. Me, I just put up my in this case, with my bard, just grab an arrow and they fall over dead. So, to counter that, I do these without mounting. I will walk from one side to the other. Now, I'm not going to completely sandbag myself. I'm not going to put myself in the RP mode, like RP walk mode. But it is something I want to work on. I won't mount up for these quests. Ballpoint chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nose pincers. Those things don't come cheap, Have some money. Dolls balls. Yay, dolls balls. That should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Heh heh. So okay. That's a character that I'm going to be taking there. So I gotta find like some sort of like a swindling merchant on that one. I'll play that around in my head for a little bit. But again, we're walking it or running it. We're not mounting this one. And my notes here, this said this take around 5.5 minutes. And we're about 2:30 right now, so that might be pretty good. We'll see what comes up here. Because again, I forget most of these quests. I really need to do these again. We brought the tools I requested. 1, 2. Boop. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I paired the device easily, this sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, they move with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Pesiphone, I was to say. This was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Elund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it is best that it be returned to him. Nods. I don't think she picked up on the nod. This I don't think. Alright. So, here she is. Good day to you, sir. I will come pay respects to this. Ever repaired horologe. Never have I seen such a queer device. You say it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am to give an understanding that the cities are filled with all manners of amazing technologies. Marquis said it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhaps more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. And that puts me at 5:03. 5 minutes and 3 seconds. I'll tab over here. 5:30 gives us something benefit of the doubt. Okay, I wouldn't call that accurate. Okay, we're just talking. Next one is bringing out the dead. Starting off here. This one here I have set at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I recognize you now, Pesiphone. Let me express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the body's requirements are presently being removed from the waking sands and being prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave the work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. So, back to the waking sands, which for me means I need to go to Horizon. I find teleporting okay, but I'm going to walk it. Well, foot it. I am going to run, but... Oh, I didn't start the timer. Dang it. Alright, I'll just add like 30 seconds to the timer. Hey, there goes a whale. Yay! Okay. Did I ever finish this quest over here? The one that doesn't give you quest markers. You have to figure out the riddles on your own. Which... it's a little bit harder of a quest. I think I've started. I don't think I've finished it. There might be something still in my quest log. The greatest story never told. Yeah, still in my quest log. The merchants outside of the waking sands. I think that's... this quest is a little different now than when I did it. There's a little bit more back and forth that they used to be. Now it's pretty... I think it's just one or two runs. Hey, you don't like... you look like one of them church fellows. Not that I turned you away. No, sir. As you can see, we got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. Once come to claim them, so off to the lit yard they go. But thankfully, you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage yourself. It was a stifling nightmare sight style. Goddams and burials. And what quarrel they have with these folks, sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? Or do you have one of them bases? Never mind. Anyway, a carriage come to haul the bodies to the yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 of them yet to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. You might want to cover your nose while you work. These folks are starting to turn. Pick up a very big body. I'll make a point to talk about the how long it takes to interact with each one. The key items. Yeah, that's a fun one. Are you able to fit the stiff sign of the 7th Dawn into your bag? Mystery left unsolved. That's a quick one. All right. Yeah, we had to go back and forth back in the day to do each one individually. That's dog. So this quest here, we're coming up to 337, and cancel that. I need to speak it out. What happened to the big fella? Forget it. Just bring the nets back and toss them in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. So I just want to do this for the actual episode. It gotta be a little more work, laborer style. I'll lend you a strong one for one trip. Reckon there'd be no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. It's two back and forths. Right, so keep that in mind. So I'm at 4 minutes 18 seconds. 4 minutes 20 seconds and counting. Zoink. Grab the first one. Next one. What's my timing on this one? I have 640 is what I've done previously. See if that holds up. It looks like it's going to. Like I'm going to finish that a little bit quicker than that. All right. Oh, that's a great cook outfit. Come on. Let's finish it before I die of old age. Over. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. I reckon it won't take long to deliver all the corpses to Lichard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them here our work is done. Okay, so... Oops. No, I'm not going to go to Rohan. Go to... Rybone. Okay. This might be a little longer than what I had on my notes here, but I should do some work on this character gearing and stuff. The jobs that I have. I can probably do better than what I have now. Alright, so Lude. You've decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so, you have found some small measure of peace. First carriage from Vegetable Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I let you know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we'll treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them into Thal's realm. Alright, I have 651 on that one. I'm going to make this one 7 minutes. They started the timer late. And I don't think I wasted too much time on that one. The next one should be Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie. Yeah, that's right. And this one here looks like it's only going to be 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Again, no combat, just talking. Okay. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there's one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. The only proper that should be given to the care of her friends. Let me start the timer. And to the care of her friends and family, so that they will mourn her in accordance to the Sylphic traditions. Return Noxia to Little Solace, so we're going to go to the Hawthorne Hut. I also think it might not be fair that since I know all the locations here in this game mostly by heart, I don't have to drill through the quest and then the map to find the quest objectives. I just know where they're at. Okay. So we're just going to walk that there just to get an approximate timing on there of giving her a chance to, she'll be mounted. She's probably going to get lost. You might get distracted. This will, sandbag enough of my own skill set to doing a new person style like this to get from point A to point B. All right. Who says this one surprises to see walking one a Little Solace. How can these ones assist walking one? Have a dead body. Gasp. Roxia, but this one does not understand. Crying cabbage. Toximio. Komuxio. This one hears much wailing. This one will know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These one have not requested further aid. Roxia, how did this happen? Explain everything at once. No, explain everything to this one at once. That's going to be her part, so I don't have to get it right. I'll have to at least make notes. Give guidance. So not only Narxia, but many of the Walking One's friends were lost as well. Sob, Naroxia. Narxia went to Thalaland at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Naroxia at the end. Tell this one that Narxia was brave. Tell this one that Narxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear the Waking One's words. Thank you for bringing Narxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones that these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Wicked Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones will not have Noxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Okay. And I need to change my UI. HUD. Hide. There we go. Maybe not unlock. Return to Elwood, so go back to phone. That's not it. Alrighty. Now we will go back up to the church. Again, we're walking it just to make sure I accommodate for a non-seasoned player to get lost. I know I remember getting out of Drybone as a new player was always a weird experience until I really understood the pass out of there. It really didn't click for me for a few tries. I also went through this game multiple times, through the alphas and the betas. So I was well versed up to this point anyway. So I think I got as far as a little bit after Ifrit, a little bit after Ifrit in the betas and alphas. We thank you for your service to the church and itself. You may be pleased to know that in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I remind you that you already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now. Pesiphone. I have 516 on that one, so I'm going to put that down. See, I have 430. I don't believe that for one moment. That's going to be a 5. I'm just going to call it 515 for easier math. 5 minutes, 15 seconds. 5 and a quarter minutes. So this one, eyes on me, is inside the church. I'm not going to add any time for walking in there. That's there. So Marquise has something to say. Reset. Click on him. Believes he be watched. Start. All right, so we're gonna start this one up. I'm not imagining it, Abovan or Pesiphone. I know I'm being watched. This is different, sinister, as if I am under observation. Feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? Only take a moment. All right, so when I do that voice, I'm going to make sure that he will worrisome and more fearful for what's out there. Empire's looking. They sent some lackeys out, which I'm just gonna look at them and they're gonna almost fall over. Death. Now, now, does this item have any fun text? Instead, no, it's just a sword. Okay. Sometimes those items have good flavor text, so I want to call those out as well. The good one so far was the putting all the bodies in your bag. That's a cute one. As morbid as it is. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If I could only ask him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment. Oh, wait. Harper Lude must hear this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think the others may come from me again. Heavens forfend. I think that should all happen on holy ground. Any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garbs or possessions? Well, I have a sword. Garlean steel. Which means the masked man who was watching Marquise was... Make haste to camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal frames before the Imperials come. Oh. There's... I don't get the quest complete yet, so the timer runs. I think this one's voiced. This is a screenshot I grabbed for.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
I'm gonna put auto advanced on this one. This is a screenshot I used for no context pictures. That's the video that's coming out as soon as I finish this thumbnail. At ease,
adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend, the greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, I...
Yep, I agree.
Hear me, Sid. Eorzea needs you.
Sid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
I think when I coughed, I muted the wrong microphone. Way to go, me.
Who are you? Alfino Leveilleur, At your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the 3 city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided.
This is a decently long
And lo,
scene
we
here.
are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all.
Like 17 and counting.
The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak.
This is...
Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over
This version of
Gridania,
Alfie
not
is
long
so
before the
condescending.
calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship?
I mean, I know he gets taken down a lot of pegs towards the end.
Wait.
Such a condescending little jerk face at this point. The man cleavage.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Alright, so stop timer. I'm going to put that at 9 minutes. 8:52. I think 9 minutes is close to correct timing on there. So the next, those are definitely get those in a single session. He Who Waited Behind. A curious twist that reset, start. Pretty curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon. You wish to find its airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gobu Wall of Uda. I know what that means. States that the Enterprise flew northwest from the Grenadier towards Korthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgard Float, the closest settlement to Korthus. Perhaps the Serpent Station there have records of the events that transpired that day. Hopes you might rest your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has a need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid. Persephone. Request accepted. Falgard Float, she does have that teleport point because you are here previously for the lead up to Hawk Manor. So this one is safe to do here, but so we're going to go to the right one though. Bulgar float. And walk over this way into the hut. Now this one I have marked as a just talking cutscene. I think this will lead you up in the Corthus. Is there aught that I assist you with, sir? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I didn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Corthus. What became of it, I cannot say. Wish to know more? I speak with Vorfont at Florentine's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure of what you hope to accomplish, though. If you should locate the ship, you would need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it. I hear tell the machinery is fiendishly complex. Alright, so we're gonna go up here, and again, we're walking it, or no, we're hoofing it on our feet, because I know where it's at. I expect Pesiphone to use her mount here and hopefully beat me this year, but we will see how things go. I am thinking, not positive on this yet, but I'm thinking the actual finish line will probably be meeting Pesiphone first. But anyway, we'll time that out when we get there. You have come in search of Vorfont? Well, then you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Corthus. Exactly what is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do remember the day. Complete. I have 339. Let's zip over to my spreadsheet. 4 minutes. We'll let that one go. 4 minutes is fine. So I have 5 minutes, 30 seconds. 13:30. 18:45. 27:45. 30, about 31 minutes on this one at this point. That's still within our time frame here. So cold reception, resets, time, and click, step to start. It was the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, and the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. And all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I've ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock and disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. The Enterprise wasn't destroyed in the calamity. I wager it's still somewhere in Corthus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to tame them, you need to deal with the Ish Guardians who control the region. I would not expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalmud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of the other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Although they refuse at first, I have little doubt they would accept your aid freely offered. And then we are going to walk up this way. We are on cold reception. This is the last one I actually have notes for, so we'll see how it goes after here. And then this will be her first trip into Corthus. So I will need to just stand by the Aetheryte when we get up to Dragonhead, just to simulate getting attuned. surprised the music hasn't kicked in yet. I know there's a... It may not do it at night. I'm not sure. The old Realm Reborn music rules were a little weird. Okay. Okay. Little voice. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Donier? And I do, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ah, how absurd. As we will permit an outsider to peruse the records north of the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. 246. I was going to jot that down at 3 minutes. So this next one is the Unending War. I don't have any notes on this one. So we're going to reset this and we're going to see how long this will take. Start. Hello, have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? You should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. So you wish to aid us? Search the wilds to the west for my missing man. Missing man. You will know him by his uniform. That of House Dunier, as is mine. Search for the missing knights. It is not that way. I thought he was over by the cave. That's later. Actually, no, that might be the Dragoon quest line. That's where you meet Estidian for the first time. If you play Dragoon. Okay. There is an actual player in here? Okay. Hooded Assaulter. Okay. And then fucking him through. One's for you, sir. I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Spit. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. Pray the rumors were mistaken. This confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Very well, friend. Okay, so saved him. Again, we're going to walk it back. I do not have a cough button. I would like to get a good analog cough button. I just don't have one. Also, that these mics are not a lot. These are USB right now. My mixer did not do a good job with these mics. It's a old, cheapy mixer. It's only like $50. I must say, I did not actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. See, I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. I won't say sir to Pacific. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may pursue their records. Pray proceed to your observatorium and introduce yourself to Edame. I really struggled with names and with Ishgard all the way through Heavensward. Okay. There we go. The gentleman comes in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could good Sir Louisville be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back to generations. However, because the information used to chart Preventing activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with the heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you will persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Formalt up above. And then up the stairs. Up the stairs we go. Nope, not yet. I remember it's the first, no, it's the second landing or third landing here. It is this one. No, absolutely not. If you have any inkling, it is what you ask. Our records were to fall in the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southworld nations. Southworld. I need to look that word up too. Ours is a holy crusade, and we're the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Formont. I wish to speak with you regarding the reason. Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillemane, you honored us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. You must be the one who rescued House Durden's knight from these heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you, and told you seek an airship last seen in Corthus 5 years ago. Yes? You've come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. I wish you the best of luck in your search. I would also strongly advise caution. Those can come quickly in Corthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It'll be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I'm not aware that you aided House Durden in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Alright, so 6:17 of just talking. Alright, so let's document that. 17. That's a just talking cutscene. Was it just talking? Was it that quest or was it the quest before? There was a... I just did the damn quest. That was the Unending War. No, 36. Okay, so there is two bad guys in a purple circle. So two baddies in perp circle. Then talking. Okay. So that one does have a little bit of combat involved. Okay, so what is our... So far in this session, we have 2 instances of combat. What an exciting game. Okay, so Josia is trying to get our attention. Try to attract your attention. Oh, nice. All right, reset. And start. You there, sir. I can't help to overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way that I can assist you, but you require that you perform me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition for the cliffs east of the observatory. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of the exile in that vicinity. If you would seek this astrologian confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Alright, so that little cave area there is not just a Dracoon quest. It is part of the MSQ. So that's why I redo these. So I can remember these things so they're not a surprise to me when Pacific goes through them. I do expect her to fall down. Again, I'm trying to sandbag myself. Because she's going to come out of here and she's going to get lost. All right. So we are... And for those who are just joining us recently, I am Abovan. I am part of a show called Mentoring the Sprouts, which is I've gone through all these things before. But in my better half here, Tiffany, she has not. It's her first playthrough on the game. So I'm her mentor, and I'm playing the game through with her, guiding her through the game. However, it's been many years since I've done this stuff, so I'm going through and I'm timing this stuff here because we do try to do it in like almost like a couple hour spurts. So I'm timing through the going through the quest here. We're speaking out the stuff here because we do speak out the cutscenes. She does have a drama background and so forth, so it's fun little exercise for her as well. But yeah, I'm just going through it right now and just prepping ourselves for our next show, which hopefully will be very soon. What a relief for someone other than those goddamn Birdmen. I thought I could finish my work while the Ixtal were away, but we returned quicker, farther than I anticipated. Before all I could do was hide and hope that they might leave again before I froze to. Wait, who are you? You're not one of the knights. A man of Dundering cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. And he walks off. She's gonna have to fight these people. She's in her 40s now, so she may see them and want to fight, but they won't aggro. They won't aggro her though. So, my quest did not officially have combat. I'll mark it down. She's going into a place that has bad guys, but she doesn't technically have to fight. And that's really just there from my notes as we go through the quest, because I'll keep a piece of paper next to me. I'll have it up because, like, on my screen, I have the game in the background, and I have the chats on here, so I can keep tabs of the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat, and I can while she can keep playing on here, and I'll be logged in. I'll be floating around her stream. It looks like I don't think there's a dungeon coming up for quite some time. At least not a mandatory one, not an MSQ one. There is some, I forget the, what's that one called? The ant dungeon. With all the bugs. I forget what it's called. It says, the arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. There is some right for underestimating the danger our knights face every day. But you're eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House Dundera is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the ops terrain records. That is just as well, for there's other ways you might locate your missing airship. But I propose that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durdelane carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. If the captain consents, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Portelaine, who is outside. Yeah, there's no way she's going to be able to go down the steps here without falling. No way. If you join us on our stream, which I hope will be Thursday, but I'm not 100% certain that's going to happen. We have to check schedules. If that happens, we will. If you join us live, if you're on the YouTubes, hit that notification button. If not, if you're on with us on Twitch, there's a notification button on there. It may work, it may not. I've had weird success with the people that I follow. Portelaine will say, "We caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slayed 2 heretics and saved a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. Imagine you must desire something for your troubles." In introduction to the other high houses, I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. While you performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. Only fitting that you aid us one final time. Wouldn't you agree? I have 7 minutes on that one. So I want to say, just talking. I'm going to say, just talking about running around into mob areas. So, mandatory fights. 3 for 3 is next. Set the timer. Lord Portelaine requires you to perform a 3rd task on behalf of House Thundering. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Or not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfair Locks was ambushed here on the roads due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance that any portion of the shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Unless you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering stolen merchandise will endeavor you to House Archland, further improving the chances they indulge your request for aid. Cover stolen wares. Swag. See, levels should still be good. Blizzard. Remember when game first came out a long time ago. PlayStation 3 suffered in this zone hard. I think we got like 10 to 15 frames a second. Alright, so we do have 3 bad guys. And that's all there is. That's 3. So I'm going to mark that down. And this should finish this quest. See how long this conversation will be. But this quest seems to be pretty short. It'd be good tidings to share. Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show. Okay, all three. Okay, so we don't have the little draconian artifact yet. God bless you, friend. It's all here at last. But wait, just over there, looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? An attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, we wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest. Be my guest. Here you take me. A draconian rosary. In the possession of Lord Francel? Yes, perhaps it's not so difficult to fathom. Hal's heart today is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitor immediately. Under these circumstances, I would strongly advise against associating with House Halianarte. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. 355. We'll call this one a formal request. We'll run to pick up 3 items, 3 bad guys. On third item, run back. Rose and the Unicorn. And the other person here. Do a quick summation real quick. That is not what I want. Oh, I am in scroll lock. I was taking screenshots earlier. So the adding up the times is not working. It's not the formula is not right. All right, so it's very important to tell us, and I'm going to hit accept and start. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Haunted years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. And that is up in... Oh, no, not up in Dragonhead. Almost a Dragonhead, but not quite. Camp Dragonhead. This is just the Dragonhead area. And up in here, this is where I think it is. Yes. Here's Francel. Yes. You look like you have something to say, do you? Is that an Eldos in your pocket, or you happen to meet me? Let's see, sir. Carlot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. The pity has not seen in court since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. But the matter is not what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, or if they even harbor even the slightest doubts. This will only add weight to the consistent accusation our house has suffered as late. Although the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It's only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I'll do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Rochefort, Lord of House Forceps, command the garrison at Camp Dragon. Present this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Alright. So this is where we will go here. And then after I finish this quest, I want to count up the time that it took to do these quests. For me, it didn't seem that long. I mean, there's no dungeons involved. There's no trials. I think this one really just ends on a solo duty. Is the big story beat. I kind of want to see how long it takes to get to that though, because I don't want this episode. When we do it for real with Pesiphone, I don't want it to drag on. I want to, each one of these things that we do with her, I kind of want to. I have a plan on what quest we want to do and how long it's going to run. We turn it into turn the MSQ into small bite-sized chunks. A lot of people try to power through it. They get discouraged. Things don't quite make sense. But if you treat it almost like a TV show, in small small little entries, it's much more digestible. So let's go up here, and we're just gonna for a little bit because I'm gonna tell her to make sure you attune to this. Oh, I'm bleeding. Look at that. Okay, so you're attuned. We go back down. Go back downstairs. Go back down. Hey, I'll point out Alpha and Sid and see what they have to say. You came to find an airship. Now we met on Ishgard Affairs estate. Clouds of Alizé were here. I never hear the end of it. I'm glad we left the observatory. People there were not friendly. Even though here I can feel eyes upon us, we are not safe. There he is. Okay. The unmistakable swagger of a well-trained travel adventurer. If you are to come and pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you've come. Did we go into a cutscene? Is it voiced? It does not. Okay. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? This enterprise you speak was last seen to have courted before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano, we were embroiled with our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. You'll see that you are afforded every courtesy as guests of House Forceps. I have 647 on that one. I did not recall any combat in that one. That was the Rosetta Unicorn. Yeah, that was just talk. Okay, so this one was walking. And we're going to mark this one down at, we'll call that one 7 minutes. Okay. All right, so let's count up the time that we have spent on quest time here. So we got 5 minutes, 30 seconds plus. Add them up. 5.5 plus 7 plus 5. 5 plus 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus we'll call it 6. 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7. That's 58 minutes of quest time. Now there's no dungeons involved in this one, so I'm very tempted to continue on with this one. I don't think I mean, the previous one had trial. I mean, the previous one we had a 22 minutes, 30 minutes, 40, 50, 60. It was like about 80 minutes of quest time, and there was a trial involved in that. So I want to push this one forward for the next show that we do. I think this is well within our time frame. So the Taco Corthus. Let's reset the timer. And go. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, us four times included, are either unable or unwilling to accept your formal insistence in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to the various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it will be quicker and more efficient if you to make inquiries of your own. Lady Knight of my own house Fortemps, who reside here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. Also, Cravlin of House Alinarte, who can be found in the Skyfire locks, though any information you pry from the scribes may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian in House Dunia yet? Really? Perhaps he'll be more accommodating once I inform you that you are a friend of House Fortemps. Do not concern yourself with House Denzima. I shall contact them myself. See the council of 3 I mentioned, and return here return to me when finished. We have 3 people here to talk to. I always like this. I thought that this is a cool little widget that they have put in this room on the war going on. First one's up here. Again, I am slowing myself up. Because I know where I'm going. 9. Ninny? 90? Whatever. Hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortemps does, but if they did, I would definitely know as well. Topic on everyone's lip these days of what will become of Lord Fanso. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hadiante have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Okay. So House Hadiante is not doing well. That's what I do on Excel crafting. I did a lot of Excel crafting on my other character. We haven't done the Excel crafting society quest. At the second to last and last tier, they have you coming here. Well, second to last tier is here. The last tier, they said you more done a lot. This one is in the middle here, and then in the observatorium. Yeah, we're doing this for about 90 minutes so far tonight. Almost 90. Now I've been shooting for 90 minutes here. YouTube was like 3 seconds behind. There's the weather. Blah, 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 blah. Gravelin. Hello, grant me strength. Must be some way to. Who are you? A friend of Lord Rochefort. I want to help you. I truly do. These accusations of heresy have thrown House Harnate into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Okay, and the last one is down south here. This one, she's probably going to beat me on time, just because she will be. It's a straight line, pretty much, but we will be on a mountain. Hope we get some rest pretty soon. Super long day tomorrow. Back up the staircase. I don't know how many times she's going to fall off of it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun bet. One thing I haven't really done here, see what side quests put up here, see which ones are worth doing. And really, we've only really done one side. Now, I do need her to start doing some of the Black Mage quest. I need to figure out how to put it in an interesting way. Gather you've been busy since we last spoke. Look, Rochefont's missive was positively glowing. If you think his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Asgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir. Enemy grows bolder by the day. In the short time since Inquisitor Guillemine had arrived in Corfus, countless heretics have been discovered, even among the elite of Asgardian society. Lord Rochefort wished to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, and it's his choice, but others to share in his folly, and he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Oh. I may end up grabbing the portal tonight and playing on PlayStation in bed tonight pretty soon. It's little pop filter. It's supposed to be purple. I see this as very blue. Symphony wanted a purple mic. We're also toying around the idea of having a different color pop filter, having a different, because she dyes her hair all the time, right? Dyeing her hair to match the pop filter. I think it's a little extreme, but and I would have to order a bunch of different colored pop filters. The one I have on this. The one I have over on this mic right here is just a straight jet black one. The jet black ones were actually a lot cheaper. The colored ones I mean, they're not expensive. We're still talking like less than $10. But I think I got like 2 for $5, which is, I thought was crazy. I got like a whole like a pack of 8 for like $6 for the all black ones. Okay, here we go. By your countenance, I take you did not learn of anything of use. Nor did I. I fear this whole of course is consumed by this talk of heretics tonight. We hope my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Holy crap. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Oh, that's a hard one. 905. I'm just going to call it 9 even. Just talking, but so I'm going to continue on here because I still think we can get this all in this one. Resets. Start. Another person requests to make of you. There's Lord Francel, of whom has been whispered in recent days. I received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north toward the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, fear for his safety. Great journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party resistance. This one does have some combat involved. I knew that. That one I remember. So again, we are gonna walk it. I'm feeling she might look away here and fall into the pit. I might have to guide her to one side to the other. This is a much better zone. The other Realm Reborn stuff. Hey, there's Null. Target. Is it Null? I'm not sure. I think Null's a bait. What's this his name? I think this is the B rank. That is Null. Yeah, that's a B rank. Okay, so Francel is up here. Who goes there? Symphony, stay back. The fiend is still here. Long be praised. You did it. Who are the others? 3 knights who accompany me. Where are they? One there. I heard the beast cries from over yonder, and Lord Francel is safe. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Right. Curse those fiends. They knew we were coming. The third one's over here. An unfit knight. Found it all. Are we to redeem House Alanarte if we can't even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate if you came along and you did. House Alanarte will remember your kindness. So it was a foolish thing to do, I know. I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of Ilkin. Moreover, it was House Alanarte that yielded this for many years. might say our defeat or herald the slow decline of our. We have been brought even lower by these applicable actions. Despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. Day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors. It may be. But even should my Protestarian fall on deaf ears, I will decay my innocence to dying breath. And report back to Hiroshima. And we are going through a place where she's probably going to get aggro. I'm going up on here because 40, 41, 42, I think. Oh, actually, look. Where are you? Wish I had a search on here. Uh, 41. Okay, so she'll probably pull aggro that area. I mean, these are level 36, 37. This is a level 38 quest. Because you're still quite a few a bit ahead on the MSQ. All right. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Planned, but at least it did not cost him and his knight their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness of the final flight of the Enterprise have been found. Last, there's a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francil at Skyfire Lux not long ago. On learning this, witness became understandably present to make your acquaintance. You're being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared as a heir. Not an unreasonable fear, given the zeal in which the Inquisitor Gillimain has conducted his investigations. In the case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francil's name, and by association, you are complete. 618. So we'll call that. We'll call this one 630, just to aim high, estimate high. Talking. Running into mob areas. One scripted encounter. Talk to 3 people. Return back. Okay. Let's continue our timings. Yeah, shall we? All right. This one should be following the. Yep, that's following Evans. Okay, that's right. Reset. That's good. We can start the timer. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francil's innocent, discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the Draconian Rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labeled as property of Lord Francil. The rosary was not his, and someone else must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferries the goods across Corthus. So he may have some inkling on who could be responsible. So that is partway down. And down here. I think Stone Vigil is the next dungeon that is forced on here. Not an early dungeon, it's not a late. It's mid to late. I know we're getting close to the halfway point in the realm we're born here. Here's Rickman. Yeah, some tampering with the shipments. Fury, strike me down. Of all of them, rosaries found in people's possessions were planted. You know, don't you give me that look like. My house haunted a man through and through. The heresy announced is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters of what were bringing the shipments did it though. Most of them, what the trade routes, and I never had the cause to question their faith. And them neither. I guess your guess is good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Given the fellows who are responsible for the inspections, guarding Knights Inquisitors, a lot of them, as if they would ever turn their cloaks. Because that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, we should question them. There's a crew coming that can't drive into White Brainstorm this eve. You might consider having a word with them. Speak with the porter. Here. So far, this has been a run and talk, and then run back and talk. This is not the last step of the quest because it still has the original icon. And there's the covered wagons and the porter. Beg your pardon? Like that we porters have been planting Draconian rosaries in House Hornet's shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe Slashatas, get your parcels and see what you find. House Hornet's parcel is found a Draconian rosary hidden inside the parcel. Ooh, drama. You find a Draconian rosary hidden inside the parcel. You know. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the night after concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never allow you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Hontrafont, I will not be held accountable for this. Okay. So this one has no combat in it either. We'll jot that down. And this one looks like it'll be a 5-minute quest. Something happened outside. Thought I heard shouting. More importantly, what did Rickman have to say? Who are these? More Draconian rosaries? In every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitor must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hartney's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. Praise alone that he did. Lord Francis' trials are upon us, and we must act now if we're to clear his name. This 5:15. I'll call it exactly that, just because I'm purposely not mounting up. Just talking. Some running. Okay. This one I think has a solo trial in it, so I think this would be a good ending. I'm more positive this. This will be a good ending for this next episode. If you feel otherwise, say in the chats. Start. Very first, I knew it could not be so many members of House Halliday were heretics. At last, we at least give the lie to these poisonous allegations to put an end to this travesty. I need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear in mind my words to Inquisitor Brick. Tell her that House Fortemps asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Secret fringe. Here, not far away. No. Temperance. What is it, my child? Lord Rochefort would have the Inquisitors do what? That's not possible. Inquisitor Guillermin presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchshop, even as we speak. Fear not, if Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. You have taken Lord Francel to Witchtop? This is madness. Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Pesiphone, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchtop to forestall the proceedings until such a time I am able to join you. I petition Inquisitor Guillermin in person, never not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. They're still hanging out there. Which drop is here? Here. Is that a... Nah, it's not. That's my spirit. Oh, they're on the other side of the rock. Yep. Hell. Yeah, as you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We should try to reason with the Inquisitor. Guards judge us as a threat. We also be prepared to defend ourselves. 42? Okay. You will likely level at least 42 points. So, and 42 is where you get sink down to. They'll be fine. Joachim Charlemagne Francel de Harnate, who stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. What you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers, these charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Halone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. Righteous shall take their place in Halone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their dragon forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Fortemps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Prisoner, we have come on behalf of Lord Rochefort. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such a time as a full re-examination of the facts have been conducted. Lord Rochefort has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts I might have allowed, but how he would dare interfere with legal proceedings is sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold him until Lord Rochefort arrives. And remember, no harm can come to an Inquisitor. Alright. Meet the guards. The shield bears no sigil. The Holy See in the houses. This is a higher battle. Way to go. Look, Lord Rashafon has come. On his bird. In the name of House for Temps, I demand you lay down your weapons. This is a good deed. What is deed you do in case you're alive, Lord Rashafon? Little Flash had a blind effect. That takes me back. Remain strong. Wyvern, with a more percentage of any activity. The calm upon your eyes will save you. Alas, you're actually wise bear. Wyvern's not, it'll be. This will not be forgotten. Outreach drops a draconian rosary. Wyvern takes to the sky. What is our attention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others, I've been orchestrated by enemies of House Harnack. Use you and your fellows to sow discord, prisoner, the brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. Every imaginings of desperate man, what proof do you have of this? By the fury of Draconian Rosary, and the knight who refused to yield, he who summoned the Wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knight. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Rashafont. Withdraw my charge against Lord Francel and any further investigation. Because you have not lost sight of what you first brought to court this time, man. Pray you locate your errant airship and use it. Lord Rashafont, I have not the words to express my gratitude. Why would you risk your reputation to save mine? No, you boy. You're loyal to betray Ishgard. You're devout to question your sentence. If you've been any slower, you have jumped on your own free will. Done whatever it took to redeem House Halanarte. Praise alone, it did not come to that. Perhaps there's little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place. Visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Alright, cool. Alright. So this one is taking some time, but it's not a long duty. And it's not, they're not as long-winded in the cutscene as they are in some. I feel like doing this for so long, and I haven't done anything past a runway board here. But we've gone through. Pesiphone and I have gone through, up to the Titan fight and a little bit after, and going to the Waking Sands afterwards to see it all destroyed. That a lot of the cutscenes, like the actual cutscenes, are very direct. To the point, there's some drama involved, but it's nothing too wordy. It's when we're talking in the field. They really go into a lot of exposition and a lot of extra talking in that point. And so reading out all the lines on there can take a little time. But some of those, they're just important plot wise as the scripted cutscenes, and let alone the voice cutscenes. I mean, it's all pushes the plot forward, so they need to be read. But it seems more the point in the cutscenes, talking or voiced or not. You look well, Abovan. May I say, what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were not for you, Lord Francois would have surely died defending the honor of his house. I might as well perish at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. As for Tomps and House Helenarte, shall never forget your service. Now let's return the matter of your missing enterprise. It's 11:07. I think that's a good. I'm going to just call that one 11 minutes. So, talking. Solo duty. Talking. I think that's the point where we stop for evening or that there. But let's count the time here. So let's bring up the calculator. I know you can't see this. So 5.5 plus 7 plus 525 plus 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6.25 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 9 plus 6.5 plus 525 plus 11. That's a 90 minutes of gameplay time, which is about what I shoot for. It's just short, 89.75. So I'm going to make an insert line on here. Format painter. Stop. And then we'll put this in bold. And we're going to put this at 90 minutes, which it did not do appropriately. They put in 18 instead. That is not what it is. No dungeons or group content. All right, so that is putting us at 14 quests for that. Okay, not bad, not bad. If you're joining me for this prep stream, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. I hope you do join us for the real stream when that happens. We're shooting for Thursday, but we're not sure yet. We do need to make sure that can happen. Who's gonna line up all of our schedules and make everything else work? If not, it'll be the week thereafter. We will have a thumbnail. So to get the thumbnail completed, I have a new video. It's a discussion video, not a gameplay video. It's in YouTube right now. I just have it hidden. I will be enabling that as soon as I finish the thumbnail, because right now it just has a generic YouTube randomly generated frame as a thumbnail. So I hope you will join us and view that. If you haven't already, subscribe on the YouTube side, follow on the Twitch side. All those things help out immensely. And it's obviously spending your time here with me tonight is also very much appreciated. But I do, in the meantime, thank you everyone for showing up tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care.